Okay, so here this person wants to send a package to Germany and he's got 3 different prices. Okay, you can go with 3 different companies, and the first company, Parcel Max, is saying that to work out the total cost they do the sum of the 3 dimensions in centimeters. So sum of course just means to add the 3 dimensions and times it by 60 or yeah, 60 pence, isn't it? And then down here's this cuboid, and it's saying find the cost of sending the parcel for each of the 3 different companies. So if we start with Parcel Max, now perhaps what you might find easier is just literally to, because when you say that you say 60 pence, don't you? So it might be easier to actually work this out by timesing it by 60, okay? And you'll have your answer in pence. And same here, this will be, of course that'll just be 1 pence, won't it? So we times it by 1 pence, and then here this will be 2 pence. Okay, so we're going to be timesing it by 2 pence. Might be just easier to do it that way. So Parcel Max, you've got a sum of the 3 dimensions, so we can add them. 20 plus 30 plus 10. So if you do that, that comes out to be 60. Okay, 60 centimeters, and it's saying then the sum of the 3 dimensions, and which is 60, and then you've just got to times it by 60 pence. So 60 times 60 equals, right, now when you work this out, 6 times 6 is 36, right? It's really easy to do this because when you've got numbers ending in zeros, you just do 6 times 6 is 36, and then you've got 2 zeros to add, okay? So you get that. Now remember, this is in pence, okay? And they wanted the answer in pounds, didn't they? Okay, so to get it in pounds, just remember there are 100 pennies in a pound, so you need to see how many 100 pennies are in here. So you just do 3,600 divided by 100. So of course 2 zeros will be knocked off there, so you get 36 pounds. Okay, now direct go, it says total cost is the volume measured in centimeter cubed. Now to get the volume, of course, you do of a cube or cuboid, you do length times width times height. So that will be 30 times 10 times 20, right? And to work that out, again, just like we did before, really easy, numbers ending in zeros, you just do 3 times 1 times 2, okay? 3 times 1 is 3, times 2 is 6, and then add on the 3 zeros. So that'll be 6,000 centimeter cubed for the volume. And they're saying then to times it by 1 pence, okay? So that'll be 6,000 times 1 pence, which is just 6,000. Of course, that'll be 6,000 pence. Change that then into pounds. You divide by 100, okay? So that'll be 60 pounds, okay? And then you've got the last one then, which is pack to save, right? And what are they saying there? The area of all 6 faces measured in centimetres squared. Okay, so we've got a little bit more work here. They're giving us a few more lines, haven't they? So to get the area here, you need to look at what we've got on the top, okay? The front there, and then of course the side, okay? So on the top, right? Let's look at the area of the top first. That will equal length there, which is 30, times then the depth, which is 10, right? So 30 times 10, which equals to 300 centimeters squared. Now that means then, of course, if the top is 300, the bottom, which you can't really see, can't we? Just imagine the bottom's there, is also going to be the same. Okay, so area of bottom is identical, right? I don't need to go through all that again. I can just say that it's exactly the same. Let's do the area of the front, okay? So the front then we see, well, we see that clearly, don't we? Length is 30, height there is 20, so it'll be 30 times 20. 3 times 2 is 6, and add the 2 zeros. So 600 centimeters squared. Now that's the front. The back, of course, which you can't really see, is going to be exactly the same. So area of the back will be exactly the same, right? 600 centimeters squared. Okay, you're going to have 6 different answers here. I mean, it's important that we work them out carefully, because that'll give us the total surface area. Now the side here, we've got 10, and we've got our height, which is 20. Okay, so area of side will equal 10 times 20, which equals 200. And then of course the area of the other side, which you can't see, is exactly the same. Okay, 10 times 20, which also 200. And of course what we need to do then is to add them up to get the total surface area. So string of zeros there, a string of zeros here, and then 3 plus 3 is 6, plus 6 is 12, plus 6 is 18, plus 2 is 20, plus 2 is 22. So 2,200 centimeters squared. What are they saying then? To times it by 2 pence, yeah? So the cost will be 2,200 times 2 pence, which is 4,400, and of course that's in pence. So divide by 100, 4,400 pence divided by 100 will give you £44. Okay, and we're done on that. Part B then says, what's the percentage saving that Lazar would make by choosing the cheapest option rather than the most expensive? Now, what was the cheapest? Go back here, the cheapest was Parcel Max, wasn't it? That's the cheapest, £36. The cheapest is £36. What's the most expensive? The most expensive I think was Direct Go, wasn't it? £60. £60. So expensive, or most expensive, will be £60. Right? And what we need to do now is to work with what's the percentage saving. Well, let's look at the difference. Okay, so the difference between the most expensive and the cheapest is going to be 60 take away 36, which is £24. Okay, so the percentage saving based on what the most expensive one, what you will do then is you do the difference, okay, which is £24, divide by what the most expensive would have been, and of course that then will give you a fraction. Okay, so you see what fraction you're actually saving from the most expensive. Of course you times it by 100, change into a percentage. And when you've got this here, 24 out of 60, we need to simplify this, right? Because it's non-calculator, and we need to see what goes into it. Now, if you think about it, 12 goes into it. 12 goes into 24 twice. 12 goes into 60 5 times. Okay, and you've got 2/5 then times 100. Well, 1/5 of 100 is 20, so 2/5 is 40. Okay, so 40% is what I'm looking for there. If you're not sure how to do this, another way is just to do 100 divided by 5, yeah? Work out 1/5. So 100 divided by 5, which is 20, and times by 2, 40. So there's the percentage saving there, 40%.